We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake. Jackson going up top and looking for Flowers. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Set, hut. Hut, hut.
On the bootleg, it's Love. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16 at the 37-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Let's go. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Ready, ready. Check view. Ultra, ultra. Blue striker. Hut, hut.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. That is hot. And he will score. Jaden Reed, touchdown, Green Bay. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Play action now. Jackson. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Henry. And some good running there. That's a 1st down up to the 43.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Shut up!
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Going to go right back to Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Henry. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third down and 9. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Packers on top. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. Out to return this for the Packers, it's Keyshawn Nixon. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Set.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. He's up the sideline to the 25. And will mark him down up beyond the 30.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
A good play action with Love. This is intercepted.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. And he'll get about 6 there. Setting up 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Third and short, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
First and goal, and it's Henry. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up second and goal.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go. They make a big stop for no gain.
Another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. Jackson going to keep this one himself. A second effort, and he is in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. And he missed it. Wow, don't see that very often. Justin Tucker, one of the best ever. His career extra point percentage, close to 99%. But he missed on that one. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Black Ultra. Mega. Strike, check, smash. Hut.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Set, ready. Spike, white. Set.
From the gun, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. And he looks up, and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Now faking the give. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Bateman is the motion man. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. things over before third down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Lamar going to work from the pistol. Oh, he tried to keep the play alive, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Ready, break. Set. Set, cut.
On play action, Love. First down throw there is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Yellow, zoom. Ready, go.
Throwing on second down, Love. He'll take a shot for Watson. He's got it! And he'll take it on in. Christian Watson, touchdown Packers. Now it's McManus for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Packers will take a 14-6 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. He's going to keep it himself. And the quarterback scrambling and moves his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll look for Flowers downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else.
Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to lose yardage on this return. Tried to retreat, but is covered up.
I'm sure the coach wishes he could have just called a timeout because from the moment they lined up in that punt formation, the defense was expecting fake. There was nowhere to go. That play was dead from the jump, and that's a big turn of events here in this one.
Ready. Ready.
Love to throw it on 1st down. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
Ready.
On 2nd down, Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, Jackson going up top and looking for Andrews.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Here's the toss, right side to Henry. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. 3rd and long. Now a toss play with Henry. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. Halftime now at Lambeau. And the Packers are on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. This returnable with Reed. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
Come on, set. Spike 60. Fury, yellow. Drill, green. Hut, hut.
Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And that will lead to a second down.
Slide blue. Set, hut. Hey, check mega. Smash, smash. Ready?
Back to the air, it's Love. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. They go down as an incompletion.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Let's go.
The man in motion is Watson.
Hut, hut.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Set.
They'll go for it. Love. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of the Ravens has it.
This one's going to be tough to stomach. I mean, all he has to do is just hold on to the ball, and they've got a fresh set of downs. He was past the yard to gain, but unfortunately, even though they gave up the first down initially, the defense was determined to get off the field one way or another, and they found a way to do just that.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Look him up on a second down and 8. This is Henry. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle. Here now, 3rd and 5. With a shotgun, here's Jackson. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Ballantyne.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That's caught by Dillon. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut.
Now Love. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Check, steal. Check, Fury. Ultra.
Love. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
On comes the Packers punting team. They'll be looking for something a little... Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. That is down the field and caught. And they'll finally put an end to this, but a great return to the other side of midfield. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. 41 yards.
Let's go now. Set.
On the bootleg, it's Love. The throw on the run is complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Once the quarterback gets flushed out of the pocket, Mike, he has to make a split-second decision. Does he remain a passer and give his guys time downfield to work open? Or does he turn into a runner and just try to pick up some positive yards with his legs? I think in this case, the extra time paid off. Remained a passer, found an open target downfield, and he's able to get the ball to him for a nice completion.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down.
Set. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
Packers set to kick this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this one's going to be downed inside the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here's first and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Pistol give to Henry. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 3rd and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. In motion, Reed.
Ready? Go.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. able to break a tackle as it powers forward 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Set.
In motion, Reed.
Ready, ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. His kick is good. And the Packers will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardy now with the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Henry. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
DC, ready? DC.
They'll run for it with Henry. Man. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
Okay, ready? Down. Cut.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
6. Ready?
Now Love. That complete to Jacobs. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
43 rail. Field, black. Cut.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure He got beyond it.
What that play call tells me is that play caller made up his mind. We're on 3rd and inches. If we don't get it, we're going for it on 4th down. So he really treated that 3rd down like 2nd down. They work the outside part of the field, simple pitch and catch. It's a nice pickup. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Okay, break.
So, it's a win for the Packers. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the 2nd half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.